A very, very warm good afternoon, good evening. This is Arunava Chaudhary, and you are live on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. Yes, it's a Sunday evening cracker of a game. It is Bengaluru FC, the former ISL champions, hosting newcomers, Sporting Club Delhi. Yes, Sporting Club Delhi, the newcomers, of course. The third avatar after Pune City FC and Hyderabad FC. Now it is Sporting Club the Delhi, and will be interesting to see how these two teams do tonight. And you know, and let's see. And hello, someone on the Bangalore gives me hope in terms of audience. Yeah, looks quite interesting to see the numbers. And at the start of the video, as I always like to do, is if you haven't share, and subscribe to Aaron Foot here on YouTube, visit my other social medias, visit arunfoot.com, and I'll of course be happy if you leave a like behind. And thank you for more than 21,000 views yesterday for the Mohun Bagan versus Kerala Blasters game, as we have kickoff in Bangalore today. No issues with the standard of the streaming. And and Anurul, as I said yesterday, if you're abroad, you can watch it on fan code. Otherwise, you have to watch it on Sony Sports 10.2 if you want to watch it on television, or buy a fan code pass to watch it per se. So if you want, I can pass on the international fan code view. 1 second, I can share that here. Sorry, yeah. This is the fan code international link. Right, so that is what I'm putting in there. And let me pin the message. So those who are watching abroad, as BC are playing in their traditional blue home kit, and SC Delhi in white. It will be interesting to see how both these teams do. Um, again, some people would most probably um, favor BFC in this encounter. Or can Delhi SC maybe create something like what we saw, uh, um, you know, yesterday from Inter Kashi, which was strong. Um, so therefore, that is something that we'll have to see and wait what they do. Why do we have patches on the pitch? Uchut, I guess my understanding would be that for a certain period of time, no work was done on the grass, and therefore you have this situation that BFC winning the ball, BFC in attack, first attempt on goal, Ryan Williams misses the target, just about bit. That could have been BFC's first, and Ryan Williams today making his debut as an Indian footballer in the colors of BFC. And could have Thomas Shosh being shown, the coach of Delhi. A little bit under pressure, I would say. Expectations there in the capital. So coming back to the patches, Uchut, the patches are there because I think there have been problems with the grass. Could be fungus or other things, and they've tried to grow the grass, and that hasn't really worked. Roshan with a very good cross. That's a header. Oh, lucky. Young Yadav. Um, Early attempt. Good cross. And Ashik Kurunian comes across. First corner for Bengaluru FC of this ISL campaign. as we see a Sunil Chetri banner in the background. Shot taken and goes over. Suresh Wangjam. But with young Vishal Yadav in goal, will be tested by this experienced BFC team. And wanted to go through quickly their lineups, but do it a little later. Delhi SC trying to build up from the back, but lose the ball. Paul Beke, who's captain today. So it's Nikhil Pujari and Roshan on the wings. Raul Beke, Sana in the centre back positions. Suresh, Fanai with Sanchez in there. Looks like Shiva Shakti as the striker with Ashik and Ryan Williams on the wings. We have Vishal Yadav playing in the Delhi colors of white. Bavovic, Gogu as captain. Clarence Fernandez, Augustin Lal Rochana, Mohammad Ayman, Mohammad Azhar, Devendra Magaonkar, Rafael Ribeiro, Mohammad Manoj, and Abdul Halik Hudu, the starting 11 for Delhi. Clarence Fernandez, yeah, was rated highly by some people. We'll have to prove that he's good enough for this level. Good to see our friend Renedy as head coach after that East Bengal stint. Yeah, Uchut, good to see Renedy as a head coach. Has to prove himself. That's a good combination. BFC in the box. That should be a foul. That's given as an offside against Shiva Shakti. Let's see that again. Shiva Shakti. Yeah, that's seen correctly by assistant referee, but good movement from Shiva Shakti in that situation. We need smaller stadiums. You're not going to get smaller stadiums. We have to live with the stadiums that are available to us. So therefore, smaller, bigger, I think is not the question. 4,341 people at the ground for Jamshedpur FC Modern Sporting. This one seems to have decent crowd. Looks like it Uchut better crowd, and it was somewhat of a 1,000 something number for the FC Goa game, and supposedly close to 30,000 in Kolkata for the Mohun Bagan game, even though Steve didn't look yesterday, to be very honest, like a 30,000 capacity stadium venue. So those are some of the facts. So let's wait and see what happens. And yeah, BFC trying to build up from their right wing. As I see Renedy in shorts, in a jacket, his famous white socks, and already if you see him bending, acting, seeing him having a word with his players. There's some pressure on Mr. Renedy Singh today that his team's performs. Around 30,000 people in Kolkata say, but still was looking empty, and empty stadium doesn't look good. Yeah, I agree. Production quality, I don't feel much difference in the TV app viewer from early editions. Oh, there is Delhi on the wing. Yeah, one back by Bengaluru FC. Maybe a chance to counter, but the ball goes out. And Williams can't get it. Ochu, there is quite a bit of difference if you look at the nuances and all, and there are certain people, again, those so-called, there are people who are selling it, oh, this is great, and other people saying, oh, it's bad. The reality to me is that, again, as someone who's worked in media, you can directly see, feel the difference. There are not that many camera angles in there. Sometimes the director's cuts are not the same, not as quick enough. Um, Commentary sound has been a problem, from what I understand. Again, while doing lives, I can't see it. And yeah, and so therefore that is something which is there. And if I you know, it's okay. It's okay given the time, the scale. We're used to something else, but again, people are comparing those things. Then I have to say, you see the downgrade. It's quite a massive downgrade if you know what in the background is possible, so to say. Shimon, if you want to see the score, it's still goalless. Sorry, and Clarence of Alex Haji. Okay, Shivam says a lot. Clarence Fernandez rated by certain people quite highly, so therefore he makes a start today. And that will be interesting to see what he can do and add to this Delhi team, with BFC having the ball now once more. The question is, what can they do? Ball played out. Nikhil Pujari, can he keep the ball in? Sharp ball into the middle, but cleared by Ribeiro. Chance maybe. Ayman. Ball across, but BFC win it back. No, they don't. Suresh. Ball stays with Delhi. Delhi on that flank. Augustin. Rochana but loses the ball to BFC, who build up slowly. Sana across to Rahul Beke. Captain today in the absence of a certain Sunil Chetri. And that's a weird one. Quite a bit of attendance in Bangalore. It seems like the Indian football fans in Bangalore have realized how important it is for them to attend today and be there at the game. That's a good sign, in my opinion, that the fans, the BFC fans, have come out in numbers to support BFC. And you see the BFC fans. Corner 4, SC Delhi. Manoj Mohammed to take it. Still goalless. We're in the 12th minute. A little pushing, shoving going on. And ball goes over. Interesting to see. I don't know if you've observed this, but BFC have installed LED boards. And if you see the branding, they've tried to do an ISL style branding in the stadium as well. So BFC have actually gone out of their way to do that. Others haven't, which to me is going to be one of those questions. What can the league instill in all the clubs to try and get the same standard? And it's going to be interesting as Delhi try to build up at the back. Clarence, long ball forward. Now Beke, challenge from Bavovic, but Nikhil Prabhu, Beke, sorry, not Nikhil Prabhu, Nikhil Pujari. Nikhil Pujari on that right wing, looking for options. Lays it back to Fanai, Suresh, Ryan Williams. Lays it back to his captain, Rahul Beke, across to Roshan. Ashik. Ashik Kurunin, who returns to BFC from Oman Supergiant. One guy was saying that 299 is really expensive today on fan code comment section. Someone, it's, it's part of the problem. You and I know, we've discussed it multiple times here on at least this channel, that is sad that people are not willing to pay money for the content in India, to help the content, the product to grow. And therefore, for me, yeah, very sad. But again, those are some of the realities. BFC trying to build up, lose the ball. That was a foul, and that's given. Foul on Devendra. Ashik with that unnecessary foul. Scrappy so far. Sporting Club Delhi and trying to find their feet with a new squad. SC Delhi on that right wing into the middle. BFC intercept. Mhm. Waiting for looking for options. Nice through ball, Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams plays it out, can't get it to Ashik Kurun, but earns a foul for BFC. Yeah, gets it, earns it a little against Gogo. Surprising to see Rennie sir not going with Sunil Chetri. Team looks great. Anurag, Renity is not going to pick Sunil just because they are friends and buddies for the last 2 decades. Renity is going to pick the team that he will think is the best for BFC. So that is what he's done, Anurag. Hi. Free kick, BFC from the left. Ryan Williams chips it in, but cleared by Delhi. BFC with the ball. 16 minutes plus already played. Good to see the West Block Blues back and other fan groups of BFC at the Sree Kanteerava. BFC losing the ball in their build-up again and again. Delhi sitting deep, playing with a defensive 4-5-1 if needed. BFC in the last line trying to rotate the ball a little faster with Roshan, Sana. Obviously, have to be careful. Fanai. Yeah, headed on. And maybe a chance for BFC. Shot attempt. Goes wide from Sanchez. Sanchez, the only foreigner in the starting 11 of BFC today. With Sahil, Ricky, Bungson, Shivaldo, Vinit, Rishi, Kuziev, Monirul, and a certain Sunil Chetri on the bench. While for Delhi, Nora Fernandez, Alex Saji, Ashutosh Mehta, Alan Shaji, Chunga Mar, Tomba, Saurav, Isaac, and Akshat. So very interesting that Delhi being an inexperienced squad overall, that Thomas George has actually decided to leave certain regulars, experienced players from Hyderabad FC on the bench. Vishal Yadav with a goal kick. Okay, but BFC back to Delhi. BFC, Delhi. And Rahul Beke plays it back to the big man, Gopit Singh Sandhu, who directly plays it forward, out of danger, no chances. why Indian media think that cricket is the only sport that sells. For example, First Sport reports on cricket and European football. I think Indian football has decent following, not bad, but who will tell the media? Um, I've been telling the media for years. I mean, this is exactly the one of the points that I have mentioned to a lot of people over the years. But it seems to me, someone if you ask that in the Indian media, no one's really interested to look into this, to believe that it is therefore we are stuck in that sort of bubble that, oh, you know what, Indian football only sells, doesn't sell, and it's cricket, 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 and it's a little bit of, as you say, European football. Yeah, those are realities, sadly, but we'll have to live with it. It is a throw in for the guest from Delhi, and it looks like Captain Gogu to take it. Interesting. Headed on and cleared out of danger by BFC. Long, high, and wide. Ooh, that's a bad contact. Could be. Could have been a counter-attacking move for BFC. Nikhil Pujari throws it back to his captain, Raul Beke. Is it with Suresh? BFC trying to keep the ball on the left. Play it nicely. Maybe a chance through. No, not getting it through. Delhi doing well in defense. Maybe a chance now to counter for Delhi. Nice little twist and turn. Thought it was Ayman who did that. Oh, Azhar loses the ball, but played back to the back line. Delhi still have the ball. BFC struggling. Free kick for BFC. Bavovic. Manoj Mohammed with a good cross. There's someone charging on, but cleared by Roshan. I think you mean mainstream media. Goku, is it really only the mainstream media, or are we talking about more? That would be my question. I think it is more than just the mainstream media who has sort of forgotten about Indian football. And again, social media here or there, in my opinion, doesn't count if we're talking about really, the media per se. Throw in for Delhi from the right. Headed goalwards. But no problem for Gopi Sandhu. I think Reliance forgot one of the digital boards. Yeah, Rahul, I mentioned this early on. Again, yeah, you might think it's in your sarcasm funny, but it looks to me that BFC has tried to go out of their way to get things done, and that's good to see. Counter-attacking move from BFC on the left. It's Roshan still and loses the ball. So therefore, for me, it's good. Let's see earn another free kick. Is it worth to watch ISL 299? I'm not asking to you, the fans. Yes, and it's 239 after discount code. Says someone, Gugu, to answer you. So it's 239 rupees for 3 months. We're talking about 80 rupees a month. Too much to ask of a genuine Indian football fan to pay. Right? 239 with that 20% discount. Is that too much to ask for a Indian football fan to do that? I don't think so. Clearly a C, maybe with a chance on the right. Yeah, and that cross overcooked. A throw in for BFC. 24 minutes nearly played, and I'm sure that a certain Renedy Singh will not be happy with the performance of his team so far. It's not been real control by BFC. You can't see really what they're trying to play. And Renedy, arm still up, didn't get the free kick that he wanted from the referee. Babovic controls the ball in a dangerous area and cleared by BFC. There is someone down. Ryan Williams. And Clarence Fernandez is there. Didn't see what happened. Hope he hasn't twisted ankle. Let's see what happens. Hmm. That I didn't use the 20% discount because I want to pay something and support this beautiful game. Someone that speaks for you. And I think, um, you know, a little thank you, I guess, is warranted for that. The commentator said they're only playing with one foreign, I understand it, but still, you mentioned rivals, you obtained any passport became Indian citizen to say. Cuckoo, it is, I guess, because I think not everyone is as well informed as maybe you and I about things, and that is something which is important to mention. Again, it is a big thing that a club like Bengaluru FC, and that is interesting shot to say. Do we have 7, 8, maybe 10,000 people? 10 is much. I think 8,000 people at the Kanteerava. Looks like it. So therefore, for me, it is very, very important. Um, you know, and yeah, some facts maybe too much. And we've now seen a few cuts. Ochut was talking about it, right? I've seen a few cuts where you realize, where the director wants to actually show a certain replay, but they don't have it actually. So this shows you maybe what at the back end, is there to produce those things. Again, it's a limited budget. And again, to the learned eye, it is clearly visible. BFC clear, back with Delhi, Azhar, Clarence Fernandez, Ribeiro, Glazer, Babovic, nice one, but can't do anything with Ryan Williams, can't get it away. Back to Babovic, 62 to 38% is the possession rate, 4-1 shots, and only one shot so far from BFC on target out of the 5 that both teams have had. Overlapping run from Gugu, but can't win it. Throw in BFC. Roshan Naram, India International. And a quick reminder to those of you who are watching, if you're liking what we're talking about here, do leave a like, a share behind. BFC win and lose the ball. Looks like Sanchez needed some time to get back onto his feet. Too overambitious. 28 and a half minutes played. Yeah, both teams need to do more. BFC not controlling proceedings the way I surely think Renedy Singh would like to. have it. Long ball forward. That's going to go out. And the first shot of a certain Sunil Chhetri sitting in the dugout with all these youngsters. The oldest player, if I'm not wrong, in the Indian Super League at the moment, Sunil Chhetri. And now quick chance for BFC to break on the left. Ashik Kurunian. Ashik Kurunian tries to get the ball across, doesn't get it across against Gogu. Gogu keeps it, but gives it away. Throw in BFC. And the coordination is lacking a little. And after 30 minutes, drinks break at the Kanteerava. It's goalless between Bengaluru FC and Sporting Club Delhi. Even game. BFC, of course, with a little bit more of the ball. But this young ISL level inexperienced Sporting Club Delhi holding themselves against BFC. And I'm sure that Renedy is not at all happy. Very much shows more quieter, controlled. Looking, of course, stylish in his white shoes and grey pants. Let's see the opportunities. Ryan Williams with the first chance. Then the next one, again for BFC. Across from Ashik. Sorry, the header from Ashik. And Sunil Chhetri had jumped up from his seat. Next opportunity again, BFC. And again, ball wide by Sanchez. As both the teams are back on the field. And how was Thomas Schorsch's side? Okay. Come on, if you want to sum it up, okay, for the first half an hour. Again, BFC didn't pressure them much. BFC had more of the chances and opportunities, but at the end of the day, a very, very even game, I would say. But BFC, and we see with the way Renedy was animated on the touchline, that he hoped for more. Now I don't know why Alex Saji dropped. They can play 3-5-2. Why don't they need to play 3-5-2? Come on. If the coach wants to play a four-man backline, and it seems like he rates Clarence Fernandez higher than Alex Saji. Again, it's not just Alex Saji who's been dropped, right? We have multiple players who have been regulars. Chunga, right? Isaac. You've got even an Ashutosh Mehta who came in on the bench, right? Nora Fernandez. So he's gone for the younger players. So that's the decision of the coach. So far, it's okay, right? And we'll have to wait and see who performs, who doesn't. LAC building up. Azhar, Devendra, Clarence. Clarence tries to find Ayman. BFC, dangerous through ball. That should be a foul on Augustin. Yeah. No discussion about that. Sorry. Do you think the process of obtaining citizenship to represent India in international football should be the same? Foreign players and Indian origin players, current Indian origin players get citizenship faster. Foreign players without Indian roots who play in ISL or other clubs often wait longer. Of record, shouldn't they get the same treatment processes as Indian origin players with the help from clubs or the FAs to obtain citizenship with a few years for their dream to represent India? Well, Goku, to answer simple questions, uh, a foreigner cannot get an Indian citizenship. For football, sporting corner for BFC, for sporting reasons, merit, there is no path to Indian citizenship. I don't think that before he died, Ansumana Kroma or even Achima Okeri, they have an Indian passport still. Barreto doesn't have an Indian passport. So foreigner don't get Indian passports, right? You have to be of origin to get an Indian passport. Corner for BFC from the left, Ryan Williams to take it. Ryan Williams, and taking that corner with that LED board behind that gives you ISL vibes. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on in the box. Williams cleared by Delhi. Ball back to Ryan Williams. Can he win it? He does. Keeps it. Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams into the danger zone. Headed on. Ooh, that was a headbang there. Between Ribeiro and was it Rahul Beke? Or no, Nikhil Pujari. Yeah, that hurt both the players. Once more, Ryan Williams with the ball into the box. Yeah, and there we see the problem of the replay. Not the right angle. Hmm. Nikhil Bravo wanting a penalty from the ref. Not getting it. Ball stays with BFC, it looks like, whenever the referee. A little bit of confusion on the field at the moment, looks like. Ball back with BFC, played to the last line. Yeah, Suresh, quite a bit on the ball. Fana, I feel not that much. Same can be applied to Sanchez. Again, BFC have options in Kuziev. BFC on the left. Ball played into the middle, cleared by Delhi. With Nikhil Prabhu returning just now, and Williams had to play the part of right back. Sanchez. Sana. Ball back to Rahul Beke. Again to Sana. Back to Rahul Beke, who's looking for Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams on that right flank. Ryan Williams on the right. Ryan Williams with a nice little cross. And important and good save from Vishal Yadav. In the middle. Young Vishal Yadav. Randy Singh not looking happy. Renu's face biting on his lips. He cannot be happy with the performance of BFC. with so many fans coming out to watch them at the Kanteerava, there's a certain level of expectation. But he has experience on his bench. He has Sunil, he has Kuzaev, and others who can bring the spark. Young Shivaldo, maybe Monirol Mulla, Nikhil Pujari, Ryan Williams, Nikhil Pujari. Back to Rahul Beke. Across to Sana. Sana. Across to Beke. Yeah, BFC are looking for the gap, which they're not finding. Shiva Shakti dropping. Fanai. Suresh. Roshan. Ball from the right to the left. Roshan Naram. Plays it back to Suresh. Beke. With the through ball attempt on Shiva Shakti. And doesn't get it cleared somehow by Delhi. Fanai with a header. In a dangerous position. Shiva Shakti. Better positioning from Clarence Fernandez. And maybe a chance now for Delhi to break. Mohammed Ayman. Mohammed Ayman. To central. BFC clear, but it's back with Delhi. Manoj Mohammed. Clarence. Across to Goku. Ribeiro. Clarence. Manoj Mohammed. Looking for Bavovic. But Rahul Beke plays it back safely to Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Suresh. Plays it short to Fanai. Back to Suresh. Roshan. Ashik. Back to Suresh. Sanchez. Fanai. Across to Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams chips it forward for Suresh. Nice idea to try something different, but too close to the keeper. Vishal easily collects. It's literally a school soccer. I think it is a little better than that, Rahul, but it's very tactical. BFC unable to break down Delhi. Delhi keeping their lines in that defensive shape. And Devendra with a foul on Fanai. You see that? Oh yeah, high foot from Devendra against Fanai. Devendra, of course, has a history. Yeah, so with Hyderabad and of course with FC Goa. Ryan Williams, too close to the keeper. Bengaluru. Still haven't shown what they can do. Oh, that might be a chance there on the other side for Delhi FC for the lead. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Brilliant save by the big man. Out of the blue. A big chance for Sporting Club Delhi at the other end. Important save in the 43rd minute. Devendra with a true ball for Augustine. And yeah, not a good connection. No placement. And Gurpreet uses his tall frame to clear corner, which is going to be taken by Mohammed Azhar. To me, the ball doesn't look to be on the line. Yeah, it's clearly not on the line, but the referee allows it to go on. Or, okay, Azhar repositioning the ball. Bavovic and Sana being told not to push and shove. Bavovic with a little smile in there for the referee. No pushing and shoving going on. That's a short one. And it comes of nothing. Ball goes out. Goal kick. Bengaluru FC with a few seconds remaining in the first 45 of this encounter between Bengaluru FC and Sporting Club Delhi. Debut for Sporting Club Delhi as the new club from our capital, the third avatar of this club after Pune City and Hyderabad FC. BFC may with a chance. Ashik plays it wide to Roshan. 2 minutes of added time. That's a nice little chip. Could be a chance for BFC. And that's the goal. Bengaluru FC take the lead. Who's the goal scorer in the end? In the first few seconds of added time. Is it Nikhil Pujari who scored it? Looks like it. Or I thought Nikhil Pujari set it up. Let's see who did it. Yes. Nikhil Pujari goes across. And it's Shiva Shakti. Good chip. Good header. And a simple tap and finish for Shiva Shakti. And look at the celebration of Renedy Singh and of Sunil Chetri. Shows you what it means to those guys. 1-0 BFC just at the break of halftime. And as they say psychologically, that's amongst the best times that you can score a goal in a game just before the break. So don't you think coaches now will put more Indians on the field now? Rahul, no. It will depend on what is available. I think certain players are not fit. We saw that yesterday with the Kerala Blasters. Kevin Yuke and Marlon Roos Trujillo came on late, changed the game completely, didn't start. So therefore, I think that whenever the foreigners are fit and there is no Indian who's better than them, the foreigners will play. So yeah, simple as that. We are in the last few seconds of those first 45 in which now BFC look to take the lead into the break. Nikhil Pujari, Ryan Williams tries to play through. And clearly Delhi trying to build up from the back, getting a few extra seconds, of course, due to the goal. We're now 3 minutes into added time. BFC have the ball back and played back to Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Going to take off a few seconds. Yeah, it's important for this new look BFC. I know a lot of no names. And that is the halftime whistle. Bengaluru FC score late, but score to take a 1-0 lead against Sporting Club Delhi into the break. Important goal at an important time. Important also for someone like Shiva Shakti, who hasn't been much amongst the goals. And BFC will be happy to take this 1-0 lead into the break. What said, did Abhishek yesterday impress you? He was okay. There were other players, I would say, who impressed me for Mohun Bagan. Petratos, I felt was good. Robson Robinho was lively. Apuya, all over the place. Mehtab and Alberto at the back. So, yeah. So with that, a 1-0 lead for BFC. and on TV already the highlights for tomorrow, which is East Bengal FC versus Northeast United FC at 7:30 p.m. from the Salt Lake Stadium tomorrow evening. I will not be doing a live, and yeah, and as I get tomorrow's carnival here in Germany, so I'll be busy with that. And am I no? Am I also okay? Nothing to speak about, Rahul. So BFC happy to take the 1-0 lead into the break. As we see, at least the international feed, they're showing a lovely view of the Kanteerava with the groundsman looking at the ground with the advertising board still alive. Advertising board alive, meaning that it is LED. So that's the first stadium which has had LEDs. And yeah, what is the summary? To me, first half, very simply told, is that BFC have tried their bits of playing football. And unlike other teams, have taken their time, but still. So let's wait and see. And interesting also, I'm looking at the stadium at the moment. I didn't see it in Kolkata, I didn't see it in Goa. So BFC have for them decided to do a few things. Um, right, the LED parameter boards, also the branding on the peripheries of the bottom stand and on the periphery of the upper tier as well. So this Kanteerava looks the most sort of ISL style stadium so far in that way. So the branding at least looks at it, even though of course a lot of the branding is is local BFC branding. So therefore that can be seen, but that's good in my opinion. So therefore I take that as a positive so far. Augustin should have scored. Yeah, should is always a big word, right? I mean, to me, should is always very easy to say. You see that he is um, hits into the ground, doesn't connect properly, and that you know Gurpreet with his frame in that sort of situation, Gurpreet is always going to clear. Sumit Shetty will play in second half. Smith, let's wait and see. Are you satisfied with commentary? The goalpost, I have only listened a little bit over the last 2 days about the commentary. Mark Tomlins is Mark Tomlins, so I think, sorry, Mark Tompkins needs to be no question. I mean, someone who's a distinguished commentator. Pulosto is Pulosto. Vashwar has done it today. He's good as well, but again, he moves up from the I League to the ISL, so that's a big step for him. So let's wait and see. Why commentary so laggish? Because the goalpost very simply is that the commentator in Goa yesterday, the commentators were sitting in the stadium, but elsewhere, as far as I understand, Mark certainly was not in Kolkata yesterday, and Vashwar. Um, I realized that in the Jamshedpur was modern sporting match, he's sitting somewhere at home, and there it's not the footage is not been synced between the commentary and the video which is going out. So therefore, there is this sort of lag in, there's something happening and he's talking about it. Would be interesting to see if what I am saying when you are seeing it, for example, here, if you put my commentary on top of this. Um, so therefore, yeah, let's wait and see what happens. But it's good. It's good. It's happening. Most important was that thing, and then we'll have to see what happens. This year, I said will be low scoring because of the quality we have. The goalpost, if supposedly the quality is worse, and let's say the quality of defenders is worse than it has been in the last few years, then your and my logic should then be, then more goals need to happen, right? So I think that logic, better players, there's that, worse players, there's that. I don't know. It doesn't work for me, and therefore I will not say anything on it because it makes no sense. And Techan says Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Yeah, the big man is still there. And important is BFC were able to score, and and therefore that's nice. And we're seeing already, I think that Kaleidoscope is playing around a little bit with the technical capabilities of graphics and other things. Yeah, so therefore it's good. It's okay for now. Again, if you were expecting the world, that was then your and my problem. But again, um, this is where we are after in the fourth match of the Indian Super League season 2025 and 26. BFC, of course, if you look at the summary of the first half, the better of the two teams. But yeah, when you are only able to put one attempt on goal, then that becomes your problem. And that's it. Shiva scored in Shiva Ratri. Okay, Chetan. And to me, that's important. The best chance, of course, yeah, Augustin at the other end again doesn't hit the ball properly and gives an opportunity um, to Gurpreet and to clear. Best chance for Sporting Club Delhi. And then, of course, that lovely chip, header, and shot. BFC ahead. And you see Renedy and Sunil celebrating the goal. Important for BFC. It was the best way that they broke down the Delhi defense. And now the stats 62 to 38% ball possession, 6 to 2 attempts, 3 to 1 on goal, 2 corners, 5 to 2 fouls committed, 1 offside for BFC, and yeah, and no yellow cards. So therefore, the goal scored, that's the most important thing. Let me know what you think, guys. Will BFC win this game? Yes or no? I'd asked that also here on Twitter. On YouTube. 30 votes. 67% are saying that BFC will win, and 70%, 17% each are saying that it's going to be a draw or a Sporting Club Delhi win. So therefore, that is where we stand at this moment in time. And yeah, BFC have to do a little bit more than what they've done so far. Have had their chances, have had their opportunities, but it's not free flowing. What we've seen sometimes over the years at the Kanteerava, and interesting to see what um, Delhi can do. Again, both teams have players on their respective benches that they can bring on. Um, BFC have Sal Punya as the number 2 goalkeeper. Um, Ricky, young Ricky on the bench. Pungson, another youngster. Interesting to see. Shivaldo, we need Venkatesh, another youngster, and Rishi. Kuziev, the experienced Uzbek, Siro Jidin Kuziev, Monroe Molla, also on the bench, as well as a certain Sunil Chetri. So that's the biggest name. While Delhi has Nora Fernandez, who signed, of course, from Kerala Blasters, Alex Saji, Ashutosh Mehta, Alan Saji, Chunga Amar, Tomba Singh, Saurav, Isak, Van Mal Swama, as well as Akshat on the bench. So that is an interesting one. Um, Ayush Adhikari missing from the names. Joseph Sunny missing amongst the names that I see. Um, Ebenezer Amo also missing from the names. Uh, so therefore, quite a few. Johan Brito as well. So quite a few names missing for both teams. I don't know what the status of those players are. Are they injured? Are they not fit? Why are they not there? So therefore, there's a lot of players, in my opinion, whose names I normally would have expected to be there, but they're not. Um, Again, information flow across the league needs to get better so that we as fans know who's fit, who's not fit, and who's there, who's not there. And at the moment, again, as I say, you know, it is the way it is, and we'll have to live with it. At the moment, at least, we'll have to live with it. And you know, right. 1 second, sorry, I just looked at something. Will the quality of league be same from next year? The goalpost. I've been saying this for a few days, and don't get it wrong from my side. When I say this to anyone and everyone that wants to hear this, we are not in a conversation to speak about next year, right? I am not in a conversation to speak about next year because I think that we need to focus on now. And is there next year going to be a league? Is there next year going to be something or the other? I honestly do not know. To be very, very honest with you, I do not know if there is a next year for us in Indian football. And if there is a next year in football, what will that next year be like? That is going to be my question. So therefore, for me, um, you know, um, so therefore for me, yeah, and it's therefore for me very, very important that keep on supporting Indian football. I think that's very, very important that we keep on supporting Indian football. But what is the quality going to be of the league? What is the quality going to be of the broadcast and other things in the new season? Not a question, because at the moment it is about survival. The Indian Super League, we saw, I've seen 3 matches so far, um, and this is the fourth. From a watch experience, the little things that I observe, because I look at it also from an operational standpoint, BFC have done more than the others, right? Again, little things, LED boards. You see also as I said, the IS style branding at the ground, which I didn't see with the others. So therefore, for me, all small little things, as I say, small little things. But again, it is something that everyone has to work on. Jamshedpur has had those as well. I'm just checking. Yeah, Jamshedpur had them as well. But again, these LED boards do make a difference. Just looking. Yeah. So therefore, for me, that's a massive difference that we need to work on. I think this quality sets the benchmark for next year. The goalpost, I don't think so. I think the quality discussion about next season, in my opinion, doesn't happen. Right? In my opinion, doesn't happen because we are in a situation that we don't need to look at the quality next year, because we need to consider of where we are now at this moment in time as I speak to you. And this is the start of a new era, and we don't know what the era will be next season. So therefore, let's focus on this thing and let's wait and see what happens. Sunil Chhetri will be in second half. Smith, that's a question for Mr. Randy Singh to answer. So far, Randy has not played Sunil. Um, yeah, I would normally expect Renu to play Sunil at some stage. But so far, he's not there. And let's see what changes he makes. Does he make changes now? Does he keep his starting 11 for 60, 65 minutes? And then does he start to make changes? Very interesting question that you know Randy has to answer. And yeah, I think that he'll be looking. Um, yeah, that's it. 2D, which team you support? Smith, I don't support anyone in this one. Again, when two teams play who are not the teams that I support, as a neutral, I just want to enjoy a game, and therefore that's what I'm doing today. I'm watching this game, enjoying it so far, and why Alex Saji is not first 11? He was the captain of previous season. Again, captain of previous season. The goalpost has nothing to say. It looks like Clarence Fernandez is being rated higher by Thomas Shaw. Thomas Shaw has actually benched a lot of usuals. Again, as I said, Adhikari is not even in the squad. I don't know if he's injured or not. Alex Shaji is on the bench. Chungamar is on the bench. Joseph Sani is not in the squad. So these are some of those guys that you would have, or I would have expected. Even an Isaac Van Miles Farmer is not there. So therefore, to see Ayman Azhar getting a start, to see mm, Augustin Raldo Chana, for example, getting a start, Goku getting a start. It's very interesting to see. It's a very interesting mix of a squad that um, starting 11, so to say. Um, so that that Thomas Schorsch is chosen, and we have kickoff second 45. Yeah, what is that? She's not ISL level player. Of course, I don't agree with that. agree on that. I think he is. If you look at other players, then I think he would be. And yeah, interesting, of course, is that Cans Fernandez, um, of course, Goan Bourne, has had time at the BFC Academy and the BFC B team before he went to Hyderabad in 2024, and now, of course, has moved on with also a stint with Sporting Bangalore in the I League last season. So therefore, that's an interesting piece of talent that there is out there. Right. So Delhi now in their white from left to right, and BFC in their blue from right to left. Interesting to see what Delhi do. Do they change something? Do they play differently? Do they attack differently? Or do they try to play on like this and hope get a chance somewhere through a counter attack or something? And BFC, of course, will be looking to try and score another one. Nice little turn from Suresh Wangjam. That's a foul from behind. Is it Azhar? Looked like Azhar to me. No, from Goku, from the captain who had moved in. BFC again. Oh, that's a rough one from Ribeiro, and who picks a yellow card on that on Brian Sanchez. Rafael Ribeiro with the first ever yellow card in the name of Sporting Club Delhi. So where is Gangte from? He's a bad striker. He's not a striker. If you're talking about Gangte, Dalalmoan Gangte is a midfielder, and he is with Northeast United. Free kick for BFC from the left with Roshan standing over the ball. No, looked like he would take it with his left. Now he's switched sides. He's going to take it with his right, it looks like. Will curl it into the box. He does that, comes far. Vishal is off his line. The ball is still in play, but offside given. Offside against Bengaluru FC. Let's see. It wasn't needed. And was it offside really with the keeper and one of his defender? Nice little turn. Good shot. Good attempt. Good save. Oh, and Shiva Shakti misses that one. Ashik a little physical against Gogoi. UFC back with the ball. Pankaj was Diamond Harbour. He's gone to the I League promoted side, Diamond Harbour FC. BC building up from the back, trying to play nicely. Both the teams trying to control their build up. Delhi FC with a long ball forward. Oh, Roshan, bad header back. Gifts Delhi a corner. Not needed. Surely Auguste was behind him, but that header was unnecessary. Could have allowed the ball to just go out. Manoj Mohammed puts it short, cleared by BFC on the first post. Azhar into danger zone, goes out, but Delhi have the ball again. Brian Sanchez wins the ball against Augustine. Smartly done by Brian Sanchez. Turns around, actually seems to have lost the ball, and then, yeah, gets a little kick, the Argentinian. BFC leading 1-0 after 51 minutes. Oh, that's could have been dangerous header. Goalwards. Vishal Yadav has the ball, kicks it forward. Aku, Augustine blocked by Roshan, and Suresh wins it back. Sana, Brian Sanchez. Back with Brian Sanchez. Sorry, with Fanai. Roshan. Ashik, nice little double pass. Lovely play from BFC for once. Quick playing. Ball didn't get to Ryan Williams, but BFC keep the ball. Nice little passage from the Blues. But back with their backline. Bheke across to Roshan. Looking to for Ashik on the left. Ashik Kurunian meets his marker. Wins the ball back. Loses the ball. Wins it back. Loses it. And then that's a foul from Ashik. Too much of fighting going on. Ashik needs to use the width of the field. Fighting with Augustine and Gogu. And actually in the end brings down both of them. Which company produced Super League Kerala Defense? Which the goalpost, I don't know who produced the Super League Kerala. Rafael Ribeiro. Nice finds. Throw in Delhi. Gogu. You see clear their lines. Yes, a little bit more activeness from both sides, it seems. Sana plays it wide to Nikhil Pujari. Williams, Pujari, Bheke, Fanai, Sanchez, Sana. Sana chips it forward for Ashik, who heads it towards Suresh. Fanai doesn't play a clean pass. Sana. Sana plays it out to Roshan. Roshan turning, puts it into the box. Ooh. Cleared by Delhi somehow. Azhar under pressure. Goku loses the ball. Lucky that Sanchez doesn't get to it. Delhi building up from the back. Under pressure. The new entity into the Indian Super League. Of course, this match can also be called the Jindal Derby between different sections of the Jindal family. GSW own Jindals and BS Jindal. The league now building up from the left. Get some space in the middle. Yeah, but they lose the ball. Foul not given. Ashik plays it back to Roshan. Fanai. Sanchez, Fanai. Across to Roshan. Ashik back to Roshan. Across to Rahul Beke. Beke with a nice through ball attempt. Intercepted by Clarence Fernandez. Delhi keep the ball. Go. Azhar. Hudu. Gogu straight into the arms of Gopit Singh Sandhu. Too close to the keeper. Several Churchill brothers be relegated if they don't play I-League. Avesh, no infos on that. They're still trying to play ISL. Yesterday was the deadline for the I-League registration. Churchill didn't apply. The I-League is also not going to start next Saturday. So that's also something which is informally confirmed. Earliest start seems to be the 27th. Maybe a chance for BFC to shoot. BFC shot coming in from Brian Sanchez. But that's wide. The Churchill brothers, there is no confirmation of any kind. What is their status? Which league do they play? What do they play? I don't have any information. I think nobody has any information on that. And Churchill brothers for themselves have to decide on what they want to do. I think that's a big question to be asked to Churchill brothers at the moment. And I don't think they have an answer to that themselves, right? If you ask me. Brian Sanchez with the attempt, not on target, but there is a little bit more activity, a little bit more fluidity in BFC's game now. Yeah, that goal surely will have helped going into the break. Sana, Naurem Roshan, Sana, Rahul Beke, Nikhil, sorry, Brian, Fanai, Beke, Sana, Ashik Kurunian, Suresh with a good ball in the middle. Shiva Shakti does not react to it. That would have been most probably a goal if Sunil Chhetri had been there. Again, don't want to bring in the name of our long-time captain, but that was, Sunil would have been lurking for some opportunity like that. Randy Singh on his debut as Bengaluru FC head coach. Has been head coach on an interim basis of East Bengal in the past in the ISL. Assistant at BFC for a number of years. Interesting was assistant at Pune City nearly a decade back under David Platt. Sana. Roshan. Chips it forward to Suresh, who's active on the field, Suresh Wangjam, but plays it back to his captain, Rahul Beke. Lovely ball to Beke. Rahul Beke looking at options, chips it forward, looking for someone. Oh, that could be. Is there a foul on the goalkeeper from Suresh? Okay. Referee at least sees it that way. Interesting to see if we've got the right angle to this. First of all, is Suresh offside? No, he's not. Okay. Suresh heads the ball. No, sorry. Keeper has it first. Yeah, rightly given by the referee. Well seen. Let's see that again. Yeah. Looked like from the first angle that Suresh got his head before Vishal Yadav's hands. That's not the case. Right decision from the referee. Penalty against Interkashi was wrong in yesterday's match. Avi, I'm not 100% sure. Again, the footage that is available, again, I would like to see a different angle, which it doesn't exist because we don't have the cameras now. Because from the angles that we see, it looks like the Interkashi goalkeeper touched the striker, Mohamed Nemel, and then sort of fell onto him. So therefore, if that is the case, then it is a penalty, and not only a penalty, you are not allowing the opportunity to score, and that means then that is also a red card. So therefore, if that is the um, sequence of events, then the decision taken by the referee was 100% right. My question about yesterday is I would love to have seen, sort of an inverse angle from the other side. If the keeper actually got to touch the ball and then Nemel got sorry, Nemel had a touch on the keeper and then the keeper touched Nemel, right? So therefore, from that perspective, that's not available. So it looks like that Nemel got a foot to it and then the keeper, you know, grabbed him, dragged him, whatever you want to call it. Let's say foul from Suresh against Devendra. Um, so therefore, for me, if you ask me, are we clear-cut penalty yesterday? Free kick Delhi SC, just in their own half. And also a reminder, if you're liking our conversations, do leave a like behind, share with others. And again, thank you so much for the love yesterday. 21,500 plus views of the Mohun Bagan versus Kerala versus live streaming, even more than 2,000 of 2,400 actually of the FC Goa Interkashi game. So thank you a lot and keep on supporting. We'll stand at 3,774 subscribers here on Arun Foot, slowly growing. And BFC lose the ball. Babovic, can he get it across? No, he can't. But Delhi keep the ball. Ayman, Azhar plays it back to Ayman. No, BFC clear their lines. Ashik Koronian maybe with some space now. Ashik Koronian. Augustin is following him. Has to go wide. Doesn't go the direct way. BFC with the ball. Suresh. Ashik Koronian. Ashik Koronian. That looks like a foul. Yeah, that is a foul from Augustin. And could be also a card for the player. Let's see. Yeah, a trailing leg. That's a trailing leg. That's a free kick. Brian Sanchez. And Roshan look to be over the ball for the free kick from the left for BFC. 64 minutes now played. If they concede a second, it will be an uphill task for debutant Sporting Club Delhi. Free kick BFC. Roshan doesn't take it. Sanchez, that's a nice ball in. Cleared. Suresh. And that's more of a chipped back pass. I don't know what Thomas Schosch is discussing with the referee. Are the U20 women team playing in practice matches Sweden? Itish, I've seen no nothing. I just saw them training in some indoor dome. As I told you, it's very cold in Scandinavia. So honestly, don't know. BFC win the ball back. Sanchez. Nikhil Pujari. Sanchez. Back to Raul Beke. Across to Sana. Back to Beke. 65 minutes played. BFC lead 1-0 against debutants Sporting Club Delhi. Suresh, that's a bad pass. Yeah. And they see the reaction from Reddy. It's like, ah, Randy Singh in his prime, a great footballer, a great technical player. Hates these kind of technical mistakes. BFC win the ball back. Just need to get up once quickly. Oh, BFC have to do more because the 1-0 is very dangerous. We saw that especially in the Mohun Bagan game, where Mohun Bagan were controlling affairs for 80 plus minutes. And then the Blasters got a little back into the game. We saw it with Interkashi against FC Goa. Interkashi looked good for a big upset. Then Goa got into the game later on in the game. And, you know, the red card for the keeper and the penalty allowed Goa to stay in. And even earlier today, Jamshedpur with a tight game against Mohammedan Sporting, an all-Indian Mohammedan Sporting under Merajuddin Wadu. Corner for BFC, but not a goal for the Blues. In a tight game, only 1-0 for Bengaluru FC against Sporting Club Delhi. Now then, Mahesh, I'm saying Roshan wins the ball against Augustin. And BFC keep it amongst themselves. Brian, that not a good pass, but there's fight and grit in the middle of the park. Delhi moving forward. Devendra plays it back to Azhar. Ayman. Delhi with the ball. Rivero. Gu. Hudu. Ball forward for Devendra on the right and runs. Chance that we said the women team any good better than the senior women team. Okay, Hitesh, that's all the observation. Otherwise, you make of the clear commentary. Augusto, I look at it a little differently than just from a fan perspective. As having worked in the media for nearly 30 years, you see quite a number of differences from last season to this season. Maybe the one other thing people will not even observe. But yeah, you see those things. But I would say in the shortness of time, oh, that's a good corner for Delhi. Ball still in, and that is, I don't know what miscued shot that is. Terrible. To me, um, commentary, I've listened to little, but I was happy to see, not to see, but to hear Mark in the first game, and then Pradam Reddy and Pulostadhar in the second one, and now Vashwar today with Robin in the first one. Now Vashwar. That's good. That's okay. So again, there are technical issues which I understand, but you see that there are camera angles missing because there are quite a few situations where I'd say, okay, the camera angle is not actually that good to be able to tell us what actually factually happened. So there are a few angles missing in my opinion. Some of the replays is a bit of a problem because again, what kind of back end do you have to be able to do those things? And yeah, so therefore it's okay. It's more than okay. It's fine. I think the problems with the international broadcast were covered, taken care of. Because yesterday the broadcast was started off at 240 p resolution and ended now, and now we're watching at 1080 HD. So therefore that's fine. So good job by Fancode and by Kaleidoscope. Right. Back to the game, guys. Still 1-0 BFC. 70 minutes now played. So BFC keeping that lead. And trying his players winning a duel on the side. Roshan plays it back to Raul Baker. A lot of these square balls, square passes from the right or left back to their centre backs. And then sometimes with the risk ball, which are not getting to their players. BFC have the ball back, but foul given against BFC. Yeah, have to do more, BFC. Just one goal. And we have the first substitution. Young Rishi coming on. Oh, Ashik, it looks like, yeah. Ashik Kurunian off. Rishi Singh on. And Brian Fernandez off. And Surajudin Kuziev, the Uzbek midfielder, coming on. Interesting substitutions from BFC. So 71 minutes plus. First substitution for BFC. And seems to be having a rough one. They play on. BFC lose the ball, win the... Ooh, that's a rough one from Fanai. That should be a yellow card. Yeah. Fanai earns himself a yellow card for the foul on Devendra. No, sorry, on Ayman. Lal Rem Tlunga Fanai with the foul, yeah. Sir, budget is so low, we don't even have good digital subsport. Maman, we've had digital boards. Some venues, I saw it yesterday in Kolkata, then in Goa, they had digital sub boards, and the second half this changed to the old, the hand boards. Again, these are all, and again, if that's our priority, I don't know. It's. I think the grounds. I would be more worried about those patches. Uchut mentioned it early on in the chat. That the ground in Bangalore seems to be a problem. And Chungamar coming on for Mohammed Ayman. So switch on that. Ayman is limping off. So for me, Maman, yeah, it looks bad compared to, because digital score and ad boards are very, very normal around the world. But if it isn't, it isn't, and we'll have to live with it, right? Free kick for Delhi in a dangerous area. Switching around. BFC somehow clear. But Delhi have the ball, stay in the BFC half. Careful. Hudu. Augustin. Nice little dummy. Ribeiro into the box, but cleared by BFC. Suresh, Roshan still, and Roshan wins. Tudor plays it back to Delhi FC. Delhi FC is in SC Delhi. Across. Can he keep it in? No, Manoj Mohammed can keep it in, but loses it to young Rishi. Looks like Rishi has gone on to the right flank and Ryan Williams to the left. So that's a switch at BFC. Roshan. Throw in for Delhi. Gogu back to his keeper, but not allowed. I guess there's substitutions coming up. No, drinks break. 75 minutes. Observed this yesterday as well. It seems like the drinks breaks are happening later this ISL season. The referees are supposed to try and do it within the 22nd and 25th minute, which means after 67 to 70 minutes. Here they're doing it later, the 75th. I don't know if there is some sort of reasoning behind it. Uh, Augusto saying BFC match broadcast felt little bit good. What do you mean by little bit good, Augusto? Could you explain that for me and the others? Why do you feel that it is little bit good? Hey, Roshan, I see 1,200 viewers for the match. Yeah, I see at the moment 1,111. We would in Germany call it a Schnapszahl. Um, and yeah, much less than what we saw yesterday with Mohun Bagan and the Blasters. We're talking about 20,000 in their prime. Yeah, even here we've had much less viewers. Ooh, ball lost. Maybe a chance for BFC. Maybe a chance for BFC. Oh, sorry, that's a replay of Sanchez's chance. And then the corner. And the keeper nearly ran into his own goal. Throw in for SC Delhi. And they try to clear their lines. The stadium lights and pitch quality is good. Pitch quality is not good. Augusto, look at the darkish green patches on the field. There will have been problems with fungus and other things. And a certain Sunil Chetri getting ready to come on and Renedy giving him some more tips. Oh, Sunil coming on for Suresh Wangjam. That's an interesting one. So this Sunil come in as a 10 rather than a 9. Suresh Wangjam, a lot of running, a lot of fighting and working, but he's not fully happy. Let's captain leader legend come on. 77 plus minutes played. Sunil Chetri back on to play another Indian Super League season. So therefore, Augusto to come back, the pitch quality is not good. You can see that it has had problems, and there are a lot of these darkish greenish patches. So they're working, I think, to repair it and bring it to ISL standard. And yeah, the lights look good. Again, is it the lights which look good? Does it look good because of the cameras? That's the other question that one can ask. But yeah, overall, again, as I've said, we have to live with certain things which are different. Who are the standout players? Just tuned in. Roshan, I don't have standout players, to be very honest, in this game, if you ask me that way, because this has been a very even game at both ends. I don't have anyone where I'd say, who's my my standout player. I don't have a standout player for both the teams. Yeah, a lot of fighting at both ends, but nothing what I would say stands out for me. So therefore, if you ask me that way, I would say that. Roshan Singh from BFC, the Carlos Valderrama from India. No. None when I get Ali vibes. Because it is an AIFF organized league, Augusto. So that problem remains them. There again, I could work out from an operational standpoint differences in standards of the match venues in regard to their branding, non-branding. Again, branding today in Jamshedpur, cleared by BFC, but Delhi still in the box. But chance maybe for BFC to break. Ball played out. Oop. Is that handball? No. BFC. Nikhil Pujari plays it in the middle for Sunil. And Vishal Yadav comes out. Nearly a first attempt from Sunil Chetri. So therefore, Augusto, yeah, that's one of the things. I think broadcasting will sort itself out in the next few days. I think whenever there's been an issue or problem, the fan court has been able to address and sort it. Be it yesterday again with the international broadcast, the quality of the broadcast, a problem with with the commentary inputs because the commentators are not on ground, right? So oh, um, the commentators are not in a studio in Mumbai and doing commentary from there, but it looks like that people are doing it from home, um, or from external studios. So those are some of the things which are realities. So therefore, that's why it is. No, I mean his hairstyle. Okay, Roshan. And now I get it. Yeah, not his playing style. Yeah, I didn't deserve it, I would say, to talk about his playing style today so far. So that has to be also said. Um, 81 minutes nearly played. Still 1-0 for BFC. Uziev plays it across to Roshan. Out to Ryan Williams, who's shifted now to the left flank. Ryan Williams doesn't dare to cross it. Back to Roshan. Roshan chips it into the box. Ribeiro clears. Fanai. Sana. Even Super Cup vibes were good. Augusto, I get that, but I would still say that if I see the quality now of what I'm seeing, it's quite okay. It's actually quite not okay. It's actually good, right? Given the realities. But I always said that there certain standards you can maintain because nowadays it's about the quality of the cameras. Ooh, that's a foul. Mm, Rishi, I think 12,000 was it? What was the shot? 12,000 on Clarence. Um, yeah, Rishi clips Clarence's foot. Clarence Fernandez. So the Super Cup had a vibe because there was a lot of hope last year in October, right? There was hope maybe Reliance will stay, maybe they'll find a solution which is acceptable to everyone. And that reality is that didn't turn out to be true, right? So we have to be honest to ourselves that all those hopes which were there weren't there, and therefore there's a lot of skepticism in the market in the world. Oh, the ball forward, good people will get it. So therefore, there's a lot of skepticism around the ISL, and with this whole Churchill thing still, lingering in the background, but Churchill could still become the 15th team. I don't know what will happen. Will the clubs then say tomorrow or the after say, hey, listen, if you put them in, we're out. Churchill are still trying, so therefore, yeah, the craziness has not ended yet. Offside against BFC. 83 minutes now played. Still Bengaluru FC 1, Sporting Club Delhi 0. Odo steals it. Cleared by BFC. Important clearance. Ryan Williams on the wing. Loses the ball against Augustin and Gogu, but a certain Sunil Shetri helps him out. Wins it back for BFC. BFC with the ball. On the right, the men in blue. Gurpreet with a long, long clearance. Should be going to his fellow keeper. Yeah. Vishal Yadav. Still time to play. 6 minutes plus X. And once more being said on the screen, East Bengal versus Northeast United tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see what Pedro Penalty can do with only Mikkel Sabako as a foreigner in his squad. Throw in for Delhi, who've given a decent account of themselves. Not really dangerous in the attack, but held their shape, held their form. Certain people see them as a candidate of a surprise team. Um, and you see with the ball. How do you rate Ryan Williams today? He will be able to defend against Hong Kong. Hitesh, nothing extraordinary, nothing special. Not a great performance from Ryan Williams. Is it really no kit? No, they have. No? 656 is the kitting partner. We need Venkatesh on one side, and there's a striker coming on for Delhi. Alan Saji coming on. And we need Venkatesh coming on for Fanai, sorry. FC win the ball. Keep the ball motion. Yeah, there's always a foot in between. 86 minutes now, yeah. And Guru wins a throw-in against Ryan Williams. Let's see if Sana... Oh, Kuziev with a mistake. Kuziev and Rishi helping him. Is it the Nasser Kennedy Singh goes for second goal? Don't know. Long throw in. Extended into the end zone, cleared by BFC. Ooh, that was a high foot. That was a high foot from a BFC player. Tomoshoj not happy. Rishi against Augustine. Ning To Kongjam Rishi Singh. Free kick from the right for Delhi SC. We are in the 88th minute. Sorry, Mendra Singh. He's brought Sunil on. Oh, that's a short one. Augustine. Sorry, Chungama. That's a good cross. That should be a goal. Headed wide. Alan Saji. Looks like. That was a good cross across the face of goal from Augustine. BFC sleeping on that free kick. And Alan Saji with a powerful header. Not sure if BFC would not have conceded or if Gurpreet would have gotten to it. As I said yesterday about Mohun Bagan against the Blasters, living dangerously. Ooh, Rivero with a long clearance. BFC win it back. BFC trying to play out of the back. They do get some space in the middle. But again, play back to the back line. Sana across to Roshan. Seconds. Oh, that's a bad ball back to Roshan. Again, this looks like a foul on Alan Saji from Roshan. The only thing that felt answer was the title song played after the goal was scored. Yeah, I saw that, heard that in the first game as well. Not a bad header, but not enough. Yeah, Roshan, one of the two best chances for Delhi FC in this match so far. The best one, I guess, was Augustine's shot in the first half, and this comes on top of that, but still. Another free kick. This is a little further out for Delhi. 5 minutes of added time being shown by the fourth official. Looks like Chungamar will take that free kick. We're already in The first minute of injury time, Chungamar. Ooh. And was there a contact from a BFC player? It looks like it. Corner given. BFC living dangerously now. Having still the lead. But giving SC Delhi space opportunities. Chungamar has to run across from the free kick to the corner. He's on the edge. Gonna put it into the box. BFC need to be alert. A lot of Delhi FC players in there. Cleared. Gogu clears it. Puts it in, but maybe a chance for BFC. Oh, Shiva Shakti, lovely ball from the outside. The keeper is off his line. The keeper is off his line. The keeper is off his line. And the ball goes in. That's a second for Bengaluru FC. What was Vishal Yadav thinking? A second goal for Bengaluru FC. Game, set and match in the 92nd minute. And who's the goal scorer? Was it? Of course, it looks like. Was it Sunil? It looks like it's Sunil, right? Wasn't it offside from Shetri? I don't know. Let's see what replays we get. But let's see. First of all, that ball. No, it doesn't look like offside. Sunil has it. And then Sunil is alert enough to play it over the head of Ribeiro and hit the inside of the post and then go in. And if BFC win this 2-0, one will have said everything done right by head coach Randy Singh, not to start with Sunil Chhetri, bring him on for the last minutes and allow him to be an impact player. Goals in the first minute of injury time of the first half via Shiva Shakti, and a second in the second minute of injury time in the second session. Bengaluru FC 2 and SC Delhi. And it's Augustine going off. And it looks like Mohammed Azhar and Akshay coming on. Akshat, not Akshat coming on. So in the end, it looks like PFC are gonna win this. Sunil video before match asking fans to turn up in numbers, says Raj. If he's done it, I think I saw what, 12,400? Bengaluru, that's a big number. Does the national team have a scorer of Sunil's quality as of today? Ryan Williams is a conventional striker. Which would, I think your question answered itself. I would clearly say no. There is no one in the class of Clarence Fernandez gets a yellow card for pushing, shoving. There is no attacking player of the class of Sunil Chhetri. So therefore, there's no point of having that discussion. Sunil is a class apart, and he just showed, right? He showed his alertness. He showed the cleverness that he has, and therefore for me, yeah, we have to, create one, bake one, I don't know, mold one, whatever you want to call it, new Sunil Chhetri, and that is going to be very, very important. But again, we don't have him. Ryan Williams is, to me, is a winger, is most effective at that. BFC Win the ball, lose the ball. Oh, that's a foul. No, not given. But the final whistle is blown. Uh, you know, at the end of the game, Randy Singh's debut as head coach of Bangalore FC wins. Starts with a 2-0 win against Sporting Club Delhi. Sporting Club Delhi's debut in the Indian Super League ends with a 0-2 loss in Bengaluru. And Ashutosh Mehta had come on. Sorry, that was the guy. Um, so therefore, that is that. 1 second. Just 1 second. Let me just put this tweet out, and then I'll be back with you guys. Yes. Okay. Asking was a lot of experts were peeved on calling him up to the national team. I think, Ojut, if people like it or not, we do not have a player of the quality of the class of Sunil Chhetri. Period. I think there's no point of any discussion on that, right? Sunil just a few minutes ago proved why Sunil Chhetri, even at his age, he knows, he's alert, he's smart enough to get into that situation and gets the ball ahead of a very young keeper and then chips it over defender onto the post, in goes. I don't know how many Indian players can do that. I mean, sorry, but how many of our Indian players would actually hit the target? Brutal. And an assess of where we stand at the moment. At least this game attendance was good. Low attendance in Jamshedpur match, kind of shocking. Yeah, Aris, I totally agree. I thought that Jamshedpur, who have had decent crowds over the years, that today was totally empty against Mohammedan Sporting. I hope it picks up after the win. And so let's see. Best crowd so far this season was active throughout the game. Might be less in numbers than in Kolkata, but were energetic. So, Joel, I agree with you because that is something what we've seen in Bangalore over the years, X times again, that the fans in Bangalore are lively, they enjoy their football, and they are vocal with the West Block Blues or the others who are there today in the stadium. And therefore, for me, it is very, very clear that that we need this kind of a fan culture in the stadiums, in the way they support. And it's positive. It's a positive thing. Hey, Devan, 3 points for Renedy. Yes, Devan, 3 points for our friend. Very, very good start for Renedy. And it was good to see, um, uh, you know, um, you know him a little bit. I know him a little bit. That he is as active and lively as he loves to be. And again, we both, I think, wish him, or maybe I think a lot of people wish him all the best, that he succeeds and can be a big, big coach in the long term. And therefore, for me, very important, very, very important for Randy to get those 3 points. And not only for him, but for BFC, and also his tactical slash substitution decisions, which were right to say, you know what, I keep Sunil Chetri on the bench, I bring him on later on, was a wise decision. And Sunil, in the 92nd minute, scored the goal, which sealed the game in the end. So that was the quality. I didn't expect. I don't. Sorry, Ochut. I don't expect much crowd for the East Bengal game tomorrow. Let's see, Ochut. There's a lot of expectation on one side from the East Bengal fans. There's a lot of criticism from the East Bengal fans. This and that, everything. So very interesting to see how East Bengal fans react on that, and then we'll have to wait and see on that front. Evening game could be the reason for Jamshedpur FC's less attendance because I saw post of Jamshedpur FC practice match last week and there was good crowd. Sujal, you never know. It might have been that. It might have been, oh, you know what, a lowly Mohammedan Sporting coming. Maybe that is the reason why the fans didn't turn up in Jamshedpur today. Again, it's I don't know, you don't know, we don't know, and that's the biggest problem with these discussions because it's a theoretical discussion without knowing the facts. So therefore, I don't know. I don't know. It is a fact. The lowly crowds. Yeah, let's see. I know this season is different, but in future hopefully league will happen Friday, Saturday, Sunday only. Honestly, let's wait and see. Friday, Saturday, Sunday sounds nice, but to me, in an Indian context, it doesn't matter if it's a Friday or a Saturday evening, or even if it's on a Tuesday or Wednesday or a Thursday or a Monday, because in India people work on a Friday, on a Saturday as well. So therefore, is it what is your entertainment? Again, how do we do it? How don't we do it? And therefore, yeah, stats been shown 57 to 43% ball possession in favor of BFC, 12 to 4 shots, 8 to 2 on target, 4 to 4 corners, 11 to 8 fouls committed by BFC, 2 offsides for BFC, and 2 cards each. So those are the match stats for the day. And that's interesting as I say, and we'll have to see what happens in the coming days. Again, tomorrow is the match of East Bengal Football Club against Northeast United. So that's going to be an interesting one to see the newly built and created Northeast United FC. Only Zabako there as a foreigner. Odisha FC vs Punjab FC, the afternoon match has been postponed because of the non-availability of the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. And then the league finishes match round one. Mumbai City versus Chennai FC at the Mumbai Football Arena on Thursday evening, 7:30 p.m. kickoff. So that will be interesting to see what happens with that match. And therefore, to answer your question, Augusto, no, that match was postponed earlier, supposed to be rescheduled for the 11th of May, if I'm right. Odisha FC versus Punjab FC has been postponed, and therefore we'll have to wait and see. Therefore, um, and as I speak to you at this moment in time, there is still no confirmation. Sunil looks buff, says Tushar. Yeah, he's quality. He was quality, is quality, will be quality. October to March, April is best for us. Heat waves affects the players a lot. So the problem is if you're going to get more teams, if you're going to expand the leagues, we are going to get into a situation where we start in September and we'll have to run till May at some stage, right? If we like it or not. And then the question is the are the playoffs dead? Are we now playing a clean, ISL fighting for the ISL League Shield, or is this going to change and the playoffs come back next season? We don't know. So there's a lot of questions to be answered with relegation also now in. Does it mean we stick to 14 teams for now? Or what do we do? So there's a lot of questions which are unanswered at this moment in time by the All India Football Federation, by Indian football. And as long as we don't have an answer to them, again, we are all speculating about those things, and I don't have an answer for you. And therefore, as I've said multiple times today and in the last few weeks, actually, let the ISL start. Let us enjoy the season. Support Indian football this season. Again, it won't be perfect. That is something which I've said again and again and again. And therefore, it needs your support, it needs my support, it needs our support. And if there are mistakes, if there are shortcomings, yes, we should mention them, right? I think we should not brush things under the carpet, but we need to be honest enough to say, you know what, this problem, that problem has to be unwantedly accepted by us. That's also something which has to be said. So, therefore, two matches on the day. The first one was won by Jamshedpur FC 1-0 against Mohammedan Sporting. Madita Lal goal was the difference between the Steel Men and the Black Panthers. And in the second game, Bengaluru FC, 2 goals, Sivashakti as well as Sunil Chetri, who took them across the line to win it 2-0 against debutants Sporting Club Delhi, who made their ISL debut. The third avatar of the entity, which started off as Pune City Football Club and then became Hyderabad Football Club, and now is Sporting Club Delhi. On their debut, Thomas Schorsch and his team could not score. And there is some talent in there, but if they want to win matches, if they want to be competitive, they will have to do more. I think we saw, for example, Inter Kashi, I think, was of a different competitive level. Um, not full fit. I think that was visible yesterday, but will be interesting to see. So therefore, certain things to see. Mohammedan convinced on Saturday evening. against the Kerala Blasters. Kerala Blasters only started playing football post the 88th minute. So therefore, a lot of these small little things that we could see, and therefore, let's wait and see what happens in the coming days and week. If you don't have any more observations or questions, queries, we're already 2 hours and 6 minutes into this live watch along information. Tomorrow, I will not be doing a live or a watch along because I am busy with Carnival over here in Germany. So, therefore, I will not be doing a live watch along tomorrow. But I'll be back on Tuesday with an Indian football and more discussion where we talk about Indian football, all the happenings or not happenings that are there. And yeah, we will be closer to having had 5 matches already. Again, will there be tomorrow something of a decision from the All India Football Federation in regard to the um, I League or Indian Football League? Okay. Oh no, there is now a press release which I didn't see during the game. Um, okay, so this is just information. The All India Football Federation has announced the fixtures for the Indian Football League 2025-26 season. The season will commence on February 27th with 2 matches scheduled on the opening day. Namdari FC will take on Aizawl FC, while Chanmari FC will take on Gokulam Kerala on the first day of action. As per proposal of the clubs by the I League 2025-26 will feature a 2-stage format. Stage 1 will see 10 participating clubs compete in the single leg home and away a round robin format. Um, in stage 2, the teams get divided into 2 groups. Those who finished in the top half in stage 1 will advance to a home and away championship round, while the bottom half will compete in a centralized relegation round. All points from this stage will carry forward to preserve the competitive context of the league. The league toppers at the end of stage 2 will crown the Indian Football League champions, will be promoted to the Indian Super League 2026-27. The Indian Football League, formerly known as the I League, is a second tier of men's professional football in India. Okay, so promotion is mentioned now, but yeah, and the Indian Football League doesn't have a logo. That's also funny. So it means Churchill Brothers are not part of the I League. That's just been confirmed by the AIFF. Churchill Brothers, not part of the I League. Who's broadcasting the I League? RS, no clue, to be honest. And there's even no timing given. So the schedules are starting of the home and away format, first leg, 27th of February, and it will run till the 19th of April. All right. So no timings, no venues given, but just a schedule. So let's wait and see what happens on that front. And yeah, broadcasting also not mentioned. Utkarsh says in the end, easy win for BFC. Yeah, I think easy win for Bengaluru FC. Clean win. Yeah. Deserving win, if you want to call it that. And BFC started. So thoughts on Jamshedpur FC performance, Raj? I was actually in meetings in and out. I saw a little bit Jamshedpur controlled proceedings. Mountain Sporting not really competitive in that way. So therefore, for me, deserving winners. But yeah, as with every other team, I think all the teams we've seen can play better, need to do better, and that I think will be the challenge for all these teams. And that's the thing, right? So what's the news on I League? As I just mentioned, Raj, I don't know if you joined late. The Indian Football League has been announced. It will start not on the 21st, but on the 27th of February. So it is set to start in less than 2 weeks on the Friday. And Churchill Brothers are not in the uh, in the I League. So it's a 10-team affair. So Churchill Brothers still fighting to play in the ISL. But if they don't play ISL, the question is Churchill Brothers history in regard to the top tier leagues of Indian football? Big question, I think, in my opinion. We'll have to see. And yeah, what happens in the end? I think Sporting Club Delhi or Mohammedan Sporting or Northeast United will go down. Okay. RS, to me, I don't know Sporting Club Delhi at the moment, or Northeast United. Will have to see. Mohammedan Sporting surely will have a um, and I think Odisha C will also be in the mix most probably, but we'll have to see. Hi, Utsa. How would you rate Interkashi performance? Good up to 60, 65 minutes. Then they started to tire the goalkeeper who was exceptional up to the blunder with a terrible and uh, um, and yeah. So, but in the end, I think it's a fair result. Again, Interkashi impressed me overall, but again, you see that they need to train and get better. Some fans have compared broadcast from fan court with FS and say FSF wasted money. And Roshan, this shows me that they know nothing about broadcast. Right? Again, anyone who knows, understands broadcast would have seen that there are fundamental differences. And there are a lot of people who just say that for the sake of saying it because they don't want to agree to that FSDL had a better product. The product was better. You see the branding, other things. We saw for the first time digital LED boards at the Kanteerava BFCs put him in, So therefore, that's the point. In a truncated season, these guys are doing relegation. Raj, they're pushing it onto the Supreme Court, right? So therefore, that's the problem. Yeah, people are saying FSDL wasted 12.75 crore. Raj, again, people who don't understand things shouldn't be talking about these things. What national team or team in AFC Champions League 2 will have to do to get an AFC elite spot? National teams don't play in AFC, these competitions. No? These are club competitions. If you want an AFC elite spot, you have to win the ACL too. That is it. Crystal John red card was that justified? Raj, if it is a foul, again, and there we come to the topic of broadcast. There was the camera angle missing from the other side where you could see, did Nemel hit the keeper and then the keeper hit Nemel, right? Because I only see from the footage that the keeper is hitting Nemel and then falling on him. And you know, um, and if he gives a foul, and that is denying a clear cut opportunity on goal, it's a red card. So, Crystal John, to me, right decision. As sad as it is for the Interkashi goalkeeper, but that decision is right. If he gives a penalty linked to what it was, it is a red card, period. So it's really expensive to have foreign commentators. Do we groom local commentators? I said, yes, Utsav, it is costly. It is costly because normally you're not just having a commentator sitting somewhere. Again, it looked like today Vashwar was sitting somewhere. Um, um, Mark was certainly not sitting in Kolkata last night. So therefore, that's an additional cost. In Goa, it is cheap to have Pulosto and Pradeep Reddy because they're based in Goa. So therefore, that helps. But otherwise, very interesting to see what they're going to do in the coming days and weeks. People on Reddit are happy because Reliance is out. They hate private investment. Like, what if it's done so wrong that so many people hate them? RS, ask these people. That is my question. These people who seem to know and understand things where, again, for me, again, a lot of these conversations don't make sense because these people don't seem to understand what all of this is about. And again, if anyone with a little broadcast knowledge, with broadcast understanding, sees the footage of last season, this season, graphics, replays, turnbacks, other things, yeah, there's something missing. And that is evident. And again, quality of commentary is going to be missing as well. So those are things, those are all things. There will be no conversation of a pre. Again, I know people say, oh, they should have a pre halftime post match show. No, that's a cost. That will not happen. So therefore, that's going to be something which is going to be interesting. And yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Right. So therefore, for me, very, very challenging season ahead for everyone. But yeah, again, comparisons made with things which should not be compared. That's, I think, my learning from today. And yeah, that's the thing that I would say that I see after today's, um, yeah, after what I see today. So therefore, that's a reality. Robin Singh commentary has improved in World Cup and Euro, especially Hindi commentary. Okay, so Robin was good always. Robin is an intelligent boy. Robin is knows his football. I think that's the biggest bonus that Robin has. He has a certain style, And Utsav, he was there today. He was there in the first game with Vashwar. Robin, if I understood it right, it was Robin and Vashwar who were doing commentary in the first game. Right. Once more reminder: like, share, and subscribe here on Arun Foot. More than 2 hours and 15 minutes of this live watch along between Bengaluru FC and Sporting Club Delhi. with a win, a 2-0 win for BFC. If you haven't liked, like it. 22 likes so far. Um, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. We stand at 3,777. And yeah, and watch the short videos that I try and do also on the sides. And therefore, as well, do you keep an eye on Pakistan or Bangladesh football? I've heard that a franchise league will happen soon, Pakistan too. RS, this Pakistan IPL, ISL copy model thing, which is supposed to happen, I don't know for how many years. Yes, I've heard it. I little bit of an eye, but not really proper to have knowledge. I followed because of staff interest, but yeah, that's what I do. Right, with that, slowly I'll come to end of this live for today. As I said, tomorrow there won't be a live. Um, do support Arun Foot here on YouTube, on my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com, and I'll be back on Tuesday with an Indian football and more discussion. And keep following Indian football, keep supporting Indian football, and I'll be back. Bye and good night.